Hey friends, it's me, LlamaMamaKayla, and I'm so happy that you joined me today for a quick video. I hope you all had a great weekend. My weekend was different, a little stressful, but made it through it and we'll carry on for another week. So this weekend I didn't get much crocheting done, and I knew I wasn't because I planned to try to get my house cleaned up some, because we've just been coming and going and not really paying the house any attention. But yeah, my weekend didn't go like that either. I didn't get much crocheting done. The one night that I could have sat and crocheted over at my mom's, I took my bag and my blanket that I was working on and everything. I forgot my crochet hook at home, so, and I was looking at my pinky like, can I crochet with that? But then it wouldn't have been the right size. So anyway, but yeah, and then I've just, everything that's been going on and we've been dealing with and everything has just took a toll on me and kind of shut me down for Sunday. I did not even get out of bed till 4 o'clock. So yeah, I didn't get any crocheting done. But that just happens. Sometimes you gotta stop and take care of yourself and put your hobbies aside. But anyway, so this is Patrick. He is a knitted baby that I made back in 2019. And Patrick has been sitting over here in the background, and several people have asked about him, so I thought I would do a little video and tell you about Patrick. So, like I said, I made him back in 2019. I wonder if some light would help. And so I pull him out every year for March, and then, I put him back in his box at the end of March. And he's not, when I made him in 2019, it was in February, towards the end of February. And then I was in Walmart and I saw this little St. Patrick's Day onesie. And so it was like maybe like $4 or $5, And so it was size newborn. It is size newborn. And so I got it, and I was like, I wonder if that would fit that doll I made. And so I got it and I brought it home, and it fit him perfectly. So he's had that on ever since. Now, I could change his clothes and he could be out of the box more often, but I haven't never done that. And I have other dolls, that I dress up for different holidays and such. So, I don't know. Patrick just seems to be my St. Patrick's Day baby. So the night that I made him, I was just messing around, and I created him, and then I brought him back here to show Big Daddy. He was in the den, and so I took him in there, and he's like, "Oh, you knitted us a grandbaby." Because this was the first doll I made. And so, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how I made him and all that in a second, but I just want to tell you some features about him. So his arms do move, and his legs move. He can sit. He can't really stand, but his legs will hang down, and then he can sit. And I did make him with a diaper already on him. You can see he has a diaper. And I'm not sure exactly how tall he is, but he's comparable to a newborn baby. In size, not in weight. He's not weighted at all. I always get that wrong. Okay, I see it now. And snaps and buttons are sometimes hard for me. But anyway, I just call him Patrick, just because he has on St. Patrick's Day suit. Can I wave to him, Patrick? Okay, so Patrick, can you just sit right there? Yeah. Just sit right there for a minute. Okay, so I made Patrick's body, his head and body. I made it on my Addi King. I got this a few years back, maybe like in 2017 or 18, and I have used this thing to death. Like, it barely even works anymore because I used it so much. The counter does not work at it at all. It has a row counter right here. It does not work. And the machine itself is on its last leg because I've used the dog out of this machine. I've made so much stuff on this machine. Not only hats that, I give out in the homeless areas and stuff where I live, but also dolls and stuffies. Oh my gosh, I've made so many stuffed animals and dolls on this. I've got my money's worth. These machines are pricey, but I got it for Christmas. It was a surprise for my two boys one year. I had no idea I was getting it. And we opened our Christmas gifts and everything, and then at the end, they said there's one more gift, and so I was like, well, who's that for, and it was for me. And they surprised me with this, and I had no idea. I cried. I might cry now thinking about it. Anyway, yes, I have used the dog out of this, and like right now, the row says 31,838. So the row counter don't work at all. You can clear that, and even going around it a few times like this, it's still on row 1. So my row counter does not work. But the machine itself is finicky. Now that I've used it so much, and when I have yard in it, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. So I might invest in a new one in the future, just because I love this machine and I used a dog out of it, seriously. So anyway, his head and body is made on the Addi, and then I made his arms and legs on this 12-peg flower loom, and that's how I created Patrick. Sorry about the noise. That's how I created him, and so he was really easy to make. And then the night I made him at night, and then the next day I took him to our homeschool co-op, and he was such a big hit. Like, the kids of all ages just loved him. And he had on a St. Patrick's Day hat. You can see it sitting over here. And at that time I had made him some black booties to go on his feet, and I don't know what happened to them over the years. They're gone. But when I took him to co-op that day, he had on his hat and his black booties. And the kids just really loved him. Like, they were all, I don't even know where he was half the day. The kids were taking him around to their classes and just having fun with him. And at the end of the day, somebody brought him back to me. So his first day out of the house was a experience for him. But anyway, yeah, that's my knitted grandbaby, as Big Daddy called him when I first made him. And I've made so many dolls since him, even some taller than him, some with a bigger body than him, and some with longer legs and such. And I probably have I have a basket of scrap papers that I would kind of jot stuff down as I was creating, because I didn't have a pattern or anything. I would just create, and then I would just write some chicken scratch down. So I have a box of chicken scratch paper that I could probably find my numbers that I used and everything. So I don't know if my viewers have I'm so sorry. I tell you, this weekend was really a doozy on me. I don't know if my viewers have Addi machines. If you're interested in doing things on Addis, or seeing videos about Addi machines, you can let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I don't know what you have at your house. And not only the Addi, like the oh, what's that one called? It starts with a S. Sinatra? Maybe? I don't know. They sell them on Amazon. I have one of those too. I also have the smaller one that's from Michael's. That was my very first knitting machine. And I still use it. I've used it lots and lots of times. I just am very, very careful with it, and I baby it like crazy. And then I have some smaller knitting machines, excuse me, they're like the 22 needle machines. This one is a 46, I believe, and I have a 48, and I think the one from Michael's might be a 40, and then I have a 22 Addi also. So anyway, guys, yeah, if you're interested in knitting machine videos, let me know in the description below, so I'll, know about that. And then here is Patrick, and we're going to say goodbye, and I will see you all again later. Bye, friends.